Oh, hello, buddy, it's Sarjep here, and welcome to my all-new comic haul number 57. That's right, I'm back from number all-new comic haul. It is another week. I got 34 comics in this haul, and I spent around $200, not quite, a little bit under, on all of these books. I got 4 new number ones. I caught up, or in one case, almost caught up on 2 series that I had a ton of issues to get. And I end the haul off with one of my favorite series, so I'm excited. So this is my second take, by the way, because I got interrupted the first time. The way my haul is set up, though, is I got my independent, which actually in this case is all Archie section. So I got my Archie section, my Marvel section, and ending off with a small but sweet DC section. So I'm excited. The DC section is literally 2 different comics, but you know, they're awesome ones, or one of them will hopefully be awesome, but I don't know. But yeah, I got 34 comics, and half of them are I can read, and half of them are just variants. So yeah, in the next time I'm gonna try to have more of a ratio that I have more that actually read than variants, so it's not as split and whatever. So yeah, but anyway, we're gonna get right into this haul. And the first comic I got in this haul, and the first of 2 different Archie comics, is Riverdale. And the deal with Riverdale is my comic shop didn't have 3 doesn't have any copies of 3 different issues. They don't have issue number 3, 5, and 9. So as of right now, I don't have any of those, but I've just gotten every other issue besides, not including the newest issue, which is number 11. So yeah, so I got Riverdale issue number 4. This is one of the covers. I think my shop has another cover. I might get that at some point, but I'm not worried about it right now. I like this cover because it has Jughead on the forefront and Archie and Kevin in the background, but Jughead's always been my favorite, so you know, went with that one. I got I got Riverdale issue number 6, which I think might be the issue they started with the photo covers. Maybe issue 5 did, I don't know, but this one's Archie. I got Riverdale issue number 7, which is Jughead photo cover. And I got Riverdale issue number 8. There's 2 covers of this one. There's the Betty photo cover and the Veronica photo cover. So I got both of them, of course. Could not. For a fan of the Riverdale show and an Archie Comics fan in general for years, I love these covers. And I got Riverdale issue number 10, which is a Betty and Veronica photo cover. I'm trying to get as many fans as I can as Riverdale, or as many covers as I can for Riverdale, but I'm not too worried about getting them all. So I'm just getting them when and if I can. So yeah, I'm even buying these comics without having all the issues. So that's how much I'm just getting the issues I can. I'll get the other ones later. I don't think there's actual story arcs to this or any multi-issue running story. If there is, I'm gonna regret it, but oh well, I'll fill the gaps later. Now moving on to the other Archie comic I got in this haul. I think I'm actually caught up in all my Archie comics besides the main Archie series, which I'm going to start picking up at some point and trying to catch up on, and the 1 issue of Riverdale. So I'm actually happy because the past 3 hauls I've been kind of focusing on Archie quite a bit. And I got the new Fan Veronica issue number 1, which I'm really excited about. I've been waiting to get this for a couple months now, and I've been excited, so yeah. So I got all the covers of this one, all the regular covers. I got Fan Veronica cover A, Fan Veronica cover B, which is the Francesco Francavilla cover. I got cover C, Talk or something like that cover. I got cover D. I forget who did that one. I forget who did A. But I also got what might be, I think, what is my favorite cover. I love the art of this. I got the cover E, the Sauvage cover. I like her, or his. I think it's a her, though. I like all the covers for different reasons, but I think this one might be my favorite. I just like how it takes a classic Archie concept with the milkshake and makes it wonderfully horrific. I got a random variant in this haul. Also, I got a random variant. It's a second print variant actually of Rogue and Gambit issue number 1. I had space to get a random variant, a random comic, so I was either gonna pick up one issue of a series or get a random variant. I was like, well, most of the series that I get are have more than one issue to get, but I feel like in this spot I should just get a random variant out of there so it'll be out of my poll, and that's what I did. So I got Rogue and Gambit #1. Of course, issues 2 and 3 I think are both out now, Rogue and Gambit, or 3 is about to be out. No, I think 3 is out, and I'm still here. Only have issue #1, but you know. And now moving on, this is the other series I caught up on. I had 6 issues to get of this series, actually, which is ridiculous. I got the Despicable Deadpool, and so I got the Despicable Deadpool issue number 291, which is the last part of Deadpool Kills Cable, which I thought I finished off before, but it turns out it didn't. Whoopsie. I got Despicable Deadpool issue number 292, which is part 1 of Bucket List. I got Despicable Deadpool issue number 293. I got Despicable Dead with Rogue is supposed to be in here. I got Despicable Deadpool number 294. Madcap returns. I got Despicable Deadpool number 295. And I got Despicable Deadpool number 296, the issue where Deadpool tries to kill Cap. So yeah, great stuff. Now moving on, the rest of the Marvel. I have two different series for the. 2 different miniseries actually for the last 2 Marvel comics, and they're both #1s. Well, the second one also has a #2. So yeah, the first #1 here is the comic I wanted to get in my last haul, and that is Infinity Countdown issue #1. I almost didn't get it in this haul in favor of the next #1. And #2 that is after this, the last Marvel book that's after this, but I decided I would get it. So I got the regular cover, the Adam Warlock trading card variant, which is great stuff. The Mighty Thor variant. I didn't get the connecting cover, the Cuda connecting cover. I may end up going back to get it, because I don't think any of them have been bought left, and my shop got 3 copies. I think we've been getting 3 for each of them, or if we didn't cut down. Actually, I think we cut down, but still. But yeah, and I might end up getting the connecting covers, but as of right now, I'm not. But I had to get this Dodderman Mighty Thor cover, the main series artist, and I got the wraparound variant, which I'm gonna pull out to show you guys, and I really like this cover. It's kind of more of a classic looking cover. It kind of has a 90s feel to it, but I like it because it feels like a classic Infinity. It has a classic Infinity 5 to it, so you know, I had to get it, and I feel like it could be a cover that does something in the future. So yeah, really like it though. So yeah, I have to look over it again just to see all the characters, but yeah, at some point I am going to start a series that just we examine all good looking covers and stuff, but yeah. Moving on now to the other #1, which is another event slash mini event slash mini series that's going on right now, along with Infinity Countdown, and it is Doctor Strange Damnation. I got issue #1 here. I got the regular cover. The funny thing about this one is I actually dropped this and wasn't gonna get it, but then not this past week, but not this week, but last week I decided that I was actually just going to say screw it and get Damnation after all, where it's only 4 issues, and there's some really awesome covers that I think, there's some really cool covers, or what I think are cool covers for it. And I've heard good things about Damnation event in general, and I am picking up Ben Riley's Scarlet Spider, have been since the beginning, and that's a tie-in to it. And I'm not getting the Doctor Strange tie-ins right now, and I'm not getting the Iron Fist tie-ins. I might get them at some point, but I am also getting the tipping point of it was me saying that I'm also going to get the Ghost Rider one-shot. So yeah, I just decided, screw it, I'll get Damnation. I might end up getting the Doctor Strange tie-ins, or I want to get the whole Legacy Doctor Strange series, but yeah, my shop doesn't have all the issues right now, so yeah. I'm still going to probably try to get it, but if not, I might end up reading Doctor Strange from #1 in June anyway, with the Wade series, so yeah. But yeah, I got the regular cover of #1. I got the Smallwood connecting cover. I'm trying to get all the connecting covers for each one. That's my plan. And I like the connecting covers, they're really cool. I got the Mephisto trading card variant. There's a sweet spot in my heart, and there's a spot in my heart for these trading card variants. I really like them for some reason. And I got the Limb variant. I got Doctor Strange Damnation issue number 2 regular cover. I was gonna get the Termination variants, but I decided not to because I don't want to pay an extra $1 off the regular comics just for barely any change. Like, it's not enough for change for a cover to justify me getting it. I got the number 2 Mighty Thor variants. This is one of the covers that was the tipping point of me getting the series because I really like this cover. And I love Thor's becoming one of my favorite characters in series right now. I got the Limb variant for number 2, and I got the Smallwood Connecting cover for number 2 also. Number 3 came out this week, but I picked up the comics on Tuesday before the new comics came out Wednesday, and I don't know what happened, but we were missing a cover because we didn't have the Limb variant for number 3, and I think this just be one for every issue, and we only had 3 covers, I think, of Doctor Strange, but I did get the Smallwood Connection, the regular covers, and what was the other cover? It was New Mutants variants. I got those 3 covers, but there was no Limb variant, so hopefully that'll come in. I'm kind of waiting for that, so yeah. But now we're to the DC section of the video, which is the last section. I got 2 different series here, and each of these issues have 2 different covers, so yeah. I got Mera, Queen of Atlantis, issue number 1, the last number 1 of this haul also. I kind of teased that I was going to be picking up this series in one of the past videos, but actually, like with Doctor Strange Damnation, I actually kind of dropped it for a couple weeks because my shop quickly ran out of the variant covers the variant cover that this book had, and I was waiting to see if we could get any more in because I only wanted to get this book if I could get both covers, if I could also get the variant, because I didn't just want to get the regular, I wanted to get the variant too. I wanted to get both covers, and all the other issues just have one cover, so, and I really want the variant, so I dropped it for a couple weeks, and then they came in, so last week, so I decided that I was gonna get Mera, Queen of Atlantis after all, but for a couple weeks it was dropped and I wasn't gonna get it, and I also still have Lockjaw to get too, so, but it is a 6-issue mini, so yeah, I'm hoping this is really good. Haven't heard much about it yet, and what I have heard is kind of disappointing, so I hope I'm not disappointed by this, and I've been wanting to read Aquaman for a long time, but I haven't been able to, and I've just been wanting to read more DC, so I figured this is a decent place to jump in, kind of an Aquaman's type of world, but of course, about Mera, which is a character I've been interested in, so yeah. So I got the regular cover and the oh-so-beautiful Artgerm variants. He's been doing the Supergirl variants, and if I had been or could be picking up Supergirl from the beginning of Rebirth, I'd probably be picking up that series and getting the variants because they're beautiful, but yeah. Got the Artgerm variant, and I'm happy. My first Artgerm variant, actually. Although, I do have the Mighty Thor one picked out. That came out this week. I just haven't picked up that issue yet. In the next haul, I will be picking up Mighty Thor, probably. I will say that, because I'm 2 issues behind now and got some good covers. Although the Virgin variant of the Artgerm cover didn't come in this week for that, and we also didn't get the Virgin variant of Weapon H number 1. I'm not going to be getting Weapon H as of right now, as I hear awesome things about it. So yeah, I can't be affording to pick up everything, and I'm just sacrificing Weapon H, even though I kind of wanted to. And the covers are great looking and everything. So yeah, and the last book I got of this haul finally is Mr. Miracle issue number 7, and with this one, of course, I get both covers. I got the regular cover, and the cover I almost always, if not always, like better, which is the variant, which is the Gerard's cover, which is actually like the regular art in the book, so I don't know why this isn't the regular cover, but you know, it's good. But yeah, so I guess Mr. Miracle's baby is born in this issue, but it's great, and I'm excited to read this, and it should be a beautiful read, and awesome like always, and yeah, I think I was a little disappointed with the last issue, or it might have been issue number 5, but one of the last 2 issues, I read them at the same time and got them in the same haul. I think, a little bit disappointed in, just because it was beat out. It wasn't quite my favorite, but this is still one of my favorites, if not my favorite series. So I pick it up as soon as I can every time after it comes out. So yeah, this is one of the series I've actually been good at keeping up to date with. No joke, like I've actually been good at keeping up to date with this one, and that's good. The DC New Age of Heroes ones have been pretty good, but now I'm behind by a couple weeks because I haven't gotten Sideways number 2 or Damage number 3 yet, but I'm either gonna get those next week, or I might just wait to the end of the month and get all the new Age of Heroes ones. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, this is the last comic, and it's been a pretty good haul. So if you enjoyed the haul, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Please comment, like, subscribe, and even share if you'd like to. And anyway, guys, sorry for starting. I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully, and peace out. Bye.